Okay, we have to talk again health effects of air pollution. In our previous class, you remember we were talking about the air pollutant criteria, and we have selected several things uh, such as carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and particulate matter in air. If air quality is good, the people who are living and breathing and inhaling the air, the health of those individuals is very good. If the pollutant concentration in environment is not good, and various type of pollutants are present in air such as carbon dioxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide, and different things. So these are automatically affecting on health of the people. So we have to learn clearly about this. So again, it is the continuation of our previous lecture, health effects of air pollution. So air pollutant criteria regarding pollutant particulate matter, you will see here. So particulate episode in presence of sulfur dioxide, which is called killer smoke, when the concentration of sulfur dioxide exceeds in environment in air due to any anthropogenic activity, either that is fuel burning, industrial emissions, or any other way, when the particulate concentration of sulfur dioxide increases in air, it is very toxic for the people who are living our air and inhaling. And the concentration of sulfur dioxide when exceeds in air, it is called killer smoke. So some accident is due to this killer smoke, due to sulfur dioxide, due to sulfur dioxide concentration, gas concentration into air. In 1930, Meuse Valley in Belgium, 60 people died due to sulfur dioxide gas. And in 1948, Donora, Pennsylvania, 20 people died due to the sulfur dioxide, higher sulfur dioxide concentration in air. So sulfur dioxide gas is very dangerous and toxic when its concentration is higher in air and atmosphere. So in 1952, lethal London smoke, many people, 12,000 people died due to this smoke. So we can see here, and we can conclude from this slide and from this uh, point, when the toxic material, toxic pollutant concentration increases in air, it automatically affects the health. When the concentration increases, spikes in short time or for longer time, it is affect our in such form you can see here. This is called the episode, particulate episodes. Air pollutant criteria, carbon monoxide, it is another toxic gas which releases from due to human anthropogenic activities into atmosphere. If concentration of carbon monoxide is higher in environment, okay, it affects the health of individuals who are breathing, who are inhaling in that environment. If uh, so, we can see what it happens. Carbon monoxide is colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas, but it is called silent killer because no one can assume that concentration of carbon monoxide has been increased in environment because it is colorless, it is odorless, it is tasteless. So the concentration increases unknowingly. No one knows. It is increased silently in environment, and therefore it has been given a name silent killer, carbon monoxide. And what are the causes of the carbon monoxide in environment from where it comes? You can see it comes due to incomplete combustion. of carbon-based fuels. Combustion of carbon-based fuels are main cause of carbon monoxide in environment, and it is a human anthropogenic activity. Source from where it normally emits, it comes into the environment from transportation sector, from residential areas, and from heating units. These are responsible to emit the concentration of carbon monoxide into the environment. If concentration of carbon monoxide increases in environment, it affects human health, negatively affects human health. So NACAS regulates carbon monoxide in our outdoor air. If concentration of carbon monoxide is less in outdoor air, it means air quality is good. If concentration of carbon monoxide is higher in outdoor air, that the quality of air is not good. So the people who are inhaling in an environment must be warned to take care. Or 50 ppm carbon monoxide average over 8 hours period. This is the normal concentration of, it is acceptable. 50 ppm carbon monoxide average for 8 hours in air, it is acceptable. If concentration exceeds from this concentration more than 50 ppm, it increases carbon monoxide concentration in air. That air is not healthy. So anyone will take, will inhale in such environment, he or she will be negatively affected. So criteria of air pollutant is carbon monoxide regarding. Okay, pollutant is carbon monoxide, and the primary standard was 9 ppm, 9 ppm, 10 milligram per meter cube for 8 hours. Okay, it was primary. And now this primary standard has been shifted to 35 ppm, 40 milligram per meter cube for 1 hour. It is the standard. Up to this, it is acceptable. So, air pollutant criteria regarding carbon monoxide, we have to see more about this. Okay, here we have to see what does carbon monoxide when someone inhaling in that environment. It is very important. Why it is toxic carbon monoxide in environment? Yeah. Okay. Carbon monoxide concentration is higher in environment. It reacts with blood hemoglobin. Number one. So due to it, what forms? When it reacts with hemoglobin of blood, it forms carboxyhemoglobin rather than oxyhemoglobin. So it is changed. The inhaling purpose of human is that, of living organism is that, have to take oxygen from environment to inside of the body and have to exhale carbon dioxide from body to outer environment. But what happens when concentration of carbon monoxide is higher in environment? It is vice versa. Carbon Carbon reacts with hemoglobin and it binds with hemoglobin and it goes inside of the body and instead of oxyhemoglobin. So it's problem. What happens? Due to that, what happens? Prevents oxygen transfer. Now oxygen from environment to body, body cells. Now oxygen from environment to body cannot be transferred because the oxygen carrier molecule has been occupied, has been engaged with carbon monoxide. So instead of oxygen, now it carries carbon monoxide from environment to human body. So it is now unnatural. It is not acceptable for body because carbon is forming inside of the body and that is exhaled by lungs and taken oxygen by lungs from environment. If environment is polluted due to carbon monoxide concentration, so instead of oxygen, carbon monoxide is going inside of the body. So what will happen when oxygen transfer to body will be prevented? Because this is basic principle, you know it very well. What happens? Toxic effects on human when carbon monoxide will go inside of the body and instead of the oxygen there will be the toxic effects on human and other living organisms. What will happen? Low level cardiovascular and neurobehavior. It will affect this cardiovascular system and neurobehavior will be changed. Headache, nausea, fatigue, and if it is continuous for a longer time, it can cause death. So it is dangerous. Oxygen deficient to vulnerable people, anemia, chronic heart to lung disease, high latitude residents, and smokers. So oxygen deficient or deficient to vulnerable to those people who are anemic, who have chronic heart disease, who are living, who are going for high altitude residents and smokers because they affected their capability of lungs regarding oxygen transport and carbon monoxide transport. So these are the negative impacts of the air pollution. Uh, Carbon monoxide, higher carbon monoxide concentrations in atmosphere. Cigarette smokers 400 to 450 ppm smokers blood 5% uh, carboxyhemoglobin versus 2% for non-smokers. So this is again a problem. The people who are smokers, they have 400 to 450 ppm. Smokers blood 5% uh, HbCO versus 2 for non-smokers. This is the difference. The people who are smoking, they have 10% carboxyhemoglobin, carbox, and non-smokers, they have 2% carboxyhemoglobin. So this is different. When the smokers are will be exposed to this environment, to carbon monoxide environment, they are more vulnerable compared to those people who are non-smokers. Because the smoker's blood already has been occupied with 10% carboxyhemoglobin and 90% is hemoxyglobin. If they will be exposed because here is already 10% cut of the oxygen, so they will be more vulnerable. But these are 2%. Here is little bit different 8%. So, so concern in homes. What we will do if carbon dioxide concentration is what we will do if carbon monoxide concentration is higher in room in outer environment, what the strategy we can adopt? If you will see here, concern in home, install carbon monoxide monitors. We have to use carbon monoxide monitors which will tell us that how much concentration of carbon monoxide is present in room. If it exceeds from the limit, we have to manage something. If outdoor carbon monoxide concentration increases, we have to inform authorities that there is problem, the air is polluted and the people who are living in this society, they are in vulnerable position because carbon monoxide is concentration is increasing in outdoor environment and simultaneously in indoor air also. But there is no indoor carbon monoxide regulation is there to tell you that. But in some societies, people are using such type of devices. Here, the outer environment contain higher concentration of carbon monoxide, and this chamber has been generated where carbon monoxide concentration is very less and oxygen concentration has been kept up according to the standard. So we will see if 70 ppm carbon monoxide concentration is there in atmosphere, in air, in room, or in outer atmosphere. So what will be flu-like symptoms with or without fever will appear in individuals who are living over there. If this concentration increases further 150 to 200 ppm, so disordinations, drowsiness, and vomiting can be on those people who are living in that environment. So these are the symptoms by which we can identify that carbon monoxide concentration has been increased in air. So air pollutant criteria regarding carbon monoxide, and again we are looking here 300 ppm concentration of monoxide if there in indoor air or outdoor air or at any place, the individuals who are inhaling at that environment, they will be unconsciousness and can lead to the brain damage followed by death. So this is very dangerous level of carbon monoxide, and it has been studied in United States that 500 Americans die per year from uninstitutional carbon monoxide poisoning, unintentional carbon monoxide poisoning. 500 suddenly concentration of carbon monoxide increased in the environment, and people don't know. Okay, what happened? Either that has been released from gas of home, either that has been released from any other unit or from any other place, and that leaded the poisoning because it is smokeless, it is tasteless. Sorry, it is tasteless, it is colorless, and it is odorless. So no one can feel that concentration of carbon monoxide is increased in air where they are living and where they are inhaling. So, so unintentional increase of carbon monoxide poisoning leading to the 500 deaths per year in United States. Treatment, if happens something, if there is any accident due to the concentration of carbon monoxide, so what we have to do? We have to keep such people in fresh air, or we have to give oxygen therapy by this such units where oxygen concentration and carbon monoxide has been monitored. Hyperbaric chambers we can use for the rehabilitation of such people which has been affected due to the concentration of carbon monoxide inhalation. So here we are going for the air pollutants criteria of ozone. It is another case. And we have talked in detail about carbon monoxide. The concentration of carbon monoxide when increased into the environment, it causes negative effects on human health, can lead to the death. And why concentration of carbon monoxide increases into environment is it is due to the routine going anthropogenic activities of human. It is the summary of this carbon monoxide concentration into the environment. Now we are going for the concentration of ozone in environment. If you will see what happens, causes atmospheric photochemical reaction. The concentration of ozone increases in environment due to the uh, atmospheric photochemical reactions. Okay, if you see reactants, hydrocarbon and nitrogen oxides. Due to the reaction of these things, hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides, due to reaction of these, ozone forms and it releases into the environment. And NACAS, it makes made a standard 0.08 ppm or 80 ppb for 8 hours into the environment is normal average. 0.12 ppm or 120 ppb for 1 hour average, it is acceptable. If concentration exceeds from this unit or from this unit, then that environment is vulnerable, is very dangerous for those people who are breathing, who are inhaling in such environment. Okay, when concentration of ozone increases in environment, it affects the human health who are uh, inhaling in such environment causes acute health effects. What happens? Severe ear, nose, throat irritation. First sign and symptom due to the higher concentration of ozone into atmosphere is severe ear, nose, and throat irritation. Eye irritation in 100 ppb ozone. When concentration increases up to 100 ppb, eye irritation will be there. It interferes with lung function. What happens? When ozone concentration increases in environment, it will go inside of the lungs and it will impair the function of the lungs. So coughing at 2 ppm ozone, when concentration of ozone increases goes 2 ppm, so coughing starts. Chronic health effect is due to this ozone concentration, which will increase into the environment. What will happen? It will affect irreversible because people who are inhaling such environment. Accelerated lung damage. If for longer time, for 1 hour, for 120 minutes, or more than 1 hour, if someone will breathe in such environment where concentration of ozone has been increased from 2 ppm or more, it will accelerate the lung damage. It can lead to the uh, bleeding from nose and mouth, and it can lead gradually to death. So we have to keep up to today, and so in next in our lecture, we will discuss about other environmental pollutants which are affecting human health severely. Thank you. Have a nice time, please.